Okay, I want to welcome everybody to this is our first ever virtual hiring event, and we pushed Indeed to kind of go in this direction, and they agreed. But those of you who got emails, it's kind of fascinating because they haven't quite gotten away from the in-person interview, which we'd all love. But with the COVID-19, we learned to go virtual. So, I want to welcome you today, and we are going to love to spend some time with you to talk about what we do and just how special our caregivers are to our company, because they are the heart. Our staff is the heart of who we are and what we do. And so thank you for taking time out of your schedules, and those of you who are caregivers, which we assume you are, God bless you. So we'll just jump right into it. In terms of the agenda, we thought it best to talk a little bit about our background so you understand how we started Aware, what we represent, but then from there talk about what we have called the Aware Way. It is our culture, and our commitment starts to our caregivers first, and then we'll talk about from there the partnership that we have with our caregivers. Then we thought we'd spend some time talking about our overview of our benefits, the perks and recognition. They're all kind of tied together. And then the scheduling team, staff coordination of May, Sarah, Leslie, Tanya, they're going to talk about what I call the art of scheduling, which is an amazing art. It's like a special recipe for each one of you, unique. And then May will talk about employment opportunities. And we're going to open up to Q&A. And I would encourage you to ask everything you want during this meeting, because it's about you. It's about giving you the right information. You're making a big decision about your future. And hopefully you'll think about us. So I'd like to kind of start with introducing the staff. I'll introduce myself, that way the flow, we can just kind of keep going. But my name is Tim Murray, and I am the CEO and co-founder of Aware.
Well, and I'm his wife, Gina. We started it 6 years ago, and I'm the director. I'm an RN. And look forward to meeting everybody.
I don't know, is May on the call?
I think she was on the
I
phone.
don't know if she is.
Not yet? Okay, we'll keep May in the queue. May was actually talking to a family, and that's who we are. And Carrie,
she's our full-time RN supervisor. She's been with us for just about a year, and she was just heading out to do some reassessments. So, but we love having her on the team.
okay. Yeah, you'll notice we're doing this just like you in the midst of our jobs. Is Tanya on the call? Okay.
No, it looks like
Okay.
it's just us. Right
Tanya is our community care coordinator. She is the lead, because you'll find we help people in their homes, but also communities. And communities is really a different setting. And Tanya manages the community of Stone Ridge that we're currently in. Is Leslie on the call?
Just coming out of orientation.
Okay, that's right. She's got orientation. I think Sarah's on the call.
She had to go into orientation.
Kidding me? No.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hopefully staff coordinators will gather at the end here. Marilyn is our weekend staff coordinator, and she comes in. Comes in on Friday, working with May and the staff coordination team, and carries the ball through the weekend. And she's just wonderful. And she started as a caregiver 5 years ago, and has been an amazing spirit and is promoted to weekend staff coordinator. Now, Micah, I know you're on the call.
I'm right here. So my name is Micah Kilgore. I'm the office administrator here. Background in healthcare myself, being an EMT, and tech background as well. But my job is to be here to support not only the office, but you and anything that you might be.
Thank you, Micah. So that is
including coffee.
Yes, there are some other. Coffee is important as other things we do here.
A quick background: May, who runs the scheduling department, she started as a caregiver, and then she was our first weekend coordinator, and she did such a great job. We felt she could run the whole department. So May runs the whole scheduling department. Tanya started as a caregiver and got promoted to community care coordinator. Leslie's fairly new with us, and she's been a great addition to the team. And then Sarah started with us in 2015 as a caregiver. And we have flexed her schedule, and in 6 months, Sarah's going to be an RN. So we're really proud of the whole team. So a little background on the office staff that supports the caregivers.
I think that's important, and hopefully that's kind of raised your eyebrow a bit, that the staff, we're about growing, and other caregivers have gone on into RN careers, LPN, into OTPT, various areas, and we're all about people and building people. And so I think this is a testimony to that. So I'd like to turn it over from here and listen to everybody, and turn it over to Gina to give you a little bit of background about how we started Aware.
So it was 6 years ago that after many discussions and some family experiences, that Tim and I decided to quit our jobs and start the agency. So it was really a leap of faith, but we really felt called to do it. We really are passionate about helping people have great care at home. And it's a privilege. It's a privilege every time someone lets us come into their home. So we currently, I think we're over 120 caregivers, and we have the 9 full-time staff there to support. Home care supports folks, helping them thrive wherever they call home. It could be an apartment, it can be their freestanding house, townhouse. We also help people in facilities, in assisted living and in skilled nursing. So we were blessed in 2019 to be recognized quite frequently. And so what I want everyone on the call to understand is that's our caregivers. All those awards that were won, that's because of our caregiving team. They're the ones providing that great service to the clients. So, you know, as the nurses can go out and sign up as many clients as we can, the caregivers are the ones that provide the service and do the work to keep them. So we understand, I've been a nurse for about 100 years, and I know who really does the work. So that's why in our agency, caregivers are number one, then clients, and we're here to support both.
And you'll find when you get to hear from May and Sarah, the staff coordination team, they are the other dimension of all those awards, because they are reaching out to you, they are taking care of you, they've got their back, they're understanding things and issues, they're helping manage you through it, and it's that true partnership that these awards have come about. So I think that's, you know, it's all about our employees. It really is.
So we do, I also know that some caregivers may not get the respect they deserve, but you deserve to be treated with the utmost respect. What great caregivers do, probably a very, very tiny percentage of the population can. So we treat our caregivers with respect, treat you as the professional that you are. We want your feedback. You know what's happening with the client. So when you call in and say, there's something going off my client, we need to listen and pay attention. Not, well, I saw her yesterday. I could have seen her 5 minutes ago. What matters is your feedback, what you are seeing. We do go to great lengths to accommodate caregiver schedules. As Tim said, we have a number of caregivers that are students. So we know, hey, coming up to the end of the semester, my schedule's going to change. As long as you communicate that, we can keep you going. We can keep you going with clients. So we do a 90-day review with every caregiver. We have a potential for a raise there. And we do annual reviews with the potential for raises. So we do have pretty high expectations because we expect exceptional care for our clients. So our team are great, compassionate listeners. They're great listeners. They've got great compassion. They do it because they love doing it, not just because it's a job. They're great communicators. They call and call, not text, not email. They call us to let us know what's going on. We do have online training with Relias. So right now I would love in-house training, but that's not really possible. So we'll have online training and you'll have plenty of time to get them done. We do pay you for training. All our caregivers, they're professional, they're courteous. It's really important to be reliable and on time because, you know, seniors are looking for you about half an hour before you're expected to be there. And we do have an aware dress code, and that's, we expect all caregivers, whether you're working overnights or during the day, to follow that dress code, and they're proud to wear it. It's to show that they're a professional. So
I think when we're from day one when we started, because the background that Gina and I both are caregivers for our own parents at times, and we still are. When we're getting bigger now. It's amazing to us. It's over 120 caregivers, but we feel every family is like our family. And when we're talking to you, and we're talking about standard of care and all the things Gina just talked about, just say, how would I feel about a caregiver caring for my mom? What would I want from that caregiver? And if you have that mindset, these things make all the sense in the world, don't they? You'd want to treat your mom utmost respect, loving care, listening, and looking like a pro, because caregiving it's hard, and it's a profession, and this world's going to start realizing that more and more, that how important our caregivers are, and it is a profession, and that's looking at the whole big picture, including our comp. So we developed the Aware Way, and we kind of live by it. It's our creed, it's our culture, and we're committed to you. And then we do have high expectations, and sometimes some caregivers don't want to live up to these expectations, and that's fine. But the bar has been set high by our caregivers. So I'd like to turn over to Micah, who's going to be your lifeline. There's an old TV show. Do you want to buy a lifeline, or do you want a lifeline? Well, he's it. No, we all are, but Micah is the right hand in terms of administration. So I'd like Micah to kind of everybody get the big picture of, if you join us, and this is a good partnership, these are the things that are going to be available to you as a caregiver in terms of your benefits. Micah.
And so I think something that was said earlier, so we won some awards not too long. Well, there's an award that we continue to win, and it's by Home Care Pulse. It has to do with provider of choice, meaning that our clients love us. Employer of choice, meaning our caregivers really enjoy working here. And it's anonymous surveys that kind of come in. And something that had come through on the caregivers surveys is how important benefits are to caregivers. So that was something that we truly took to heart, and we wanted to make sure that all of our caregivers feel supported, not only by the schedule that they have, but that we as a company have your back and being supported. So part of that is we decided we need to put together a benefits package for you, because it's important in the world that we live in today. So what all is involved with that? Well, there's a few different things that you can actually sign up for. One of them is after you've been here for 90 days, you have the option to be able to sign up for like vision and dental programs, all very, very affordable. Accident programs, chronic illness, even life insurance programs that you're all able to sign up for. Something that's very beneficial. So these are taken part of by very famous, well-known companies like Guardian or Humana, depending on what it is that you're signing up for. In addition to that, we are one of the few agencies that has a medical program. So we have a limited medical benefit coverage that we subsidize about 75% of. So after you've been here with us for 90 days, and if you work 27 hours or more, on average every week.
A week, yeah, that was my boo-boo.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, yeah. But 27 hours or more.
My error. Yep.
You would be eligible to sign up for this. And to give you an idea of what this would cost, is at the current, this year, as every year it kind of adjusts, but this year, if you were to sign up for yourself, that's about $25 a paycheck for a medical coverage. Now, I mean, that's a pretty fantastic thing to be able to have these preventative measures being able to be taken care of for that cost. In addition, after you've been with us for a year, you have the option of signing up for a 401k with an employer match. So again, there's an weekly hourly requirement for that as well. But we want to make sure that you feel not only do we have your back now, but in the years to come as well. So I was just talking with a caregiver yesterday about it. She's like, hey, this is the best thing to sign up for. It's free money. But we want to make sure you feel supported with that as well. Additionally, there's always referral bonuses that we want to make sure get tagged to you. So one of the sayings that you probably are familiar with, but we truly live by, is good caregivers know good caregivers. And it's important that if you feel that you know somebody, that you can refer to them, to us, with a peace of mind as well, knowing that they're going to be good caregivers, they're going to be supported. So to help reward you, if someone applies and they're hired on and they stay with us for 90 days, then you have $100 bonus to your, to you. And that's, as many caregivers that you refer. Additionally, if you refer a client and they sign on for services, it's a $150 bonus. Something that also is beneficial is that we actually have paid time off. So every single caregiver, no matter how many hours, whether it's 40 hours a week you work or if it's 4 hours a week you work, is eligible for paid vacation time. Basically, the way that works is after you've been with us for 90 days, you can start to accrue it. And for every hour you work, a percentage of that is accrued as vacation time. So the equivalent if you were to work 40 hours in a week, at the end of a year, you would accrue 2 weeks paid vacation. So is how it works. But we do have a few caregivers that say, well, I'm never really sick and I never go on vacation, so I'd rather not have vacation time. So you have the option to say, well, I'll forfeit accruing vacation time to get a higher hourly rate. So you'd get an extra 45 cents an hour if you say, I'd rather not accrue PTO. And that's your choice, however you'd like to do that. But that's available to you. And in addition, we also have direct deposit. So our payday is every other week, every other Friday by direct deposit, which is very helpful, especially right now, people not wanting to go, to the banks or things like that. But you're also able to have, in addition, the 7 main holidays throughout the year are paid at time and a half, and it goes from midnight to midnight. So if you were to just work part of an overnight shift like Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, that Christmas Day portion, you get paid time and a half for that. So there's a lot of things that we are constantly trying to do to look for, to take care of you so that you feel supported, because that really is the most important thing. It's the trickle down effect. Happy caregivers, supported caregivers, make happy clients, make happy families, make happy aware. So we really are always trying to do our best to make sure that you feel supported.
Taking that overview, you can imagine there's a lot of administration, but with Micah's help and working as a team, we've made this pretty much turnkey across the board. And with ADP 2, you have the power to print out your own pay stubs. We try to empower you to control those things. You don't have to be dependent on us as much as possible. And you'll find we're very excited about the training because that's going to be put in your hands, and it's going to be very exciting. Relias is one of the best online training companies with the best library. So we feel like we've got a really great lineup. So thank you, Michael. Well done. So as long as Leslie's on the call, we want to nominate Leslie to talk about recognition. Let's see, is Leslie on the call? No. May, do you want to take the ball? She can unmute herself, I think. Yeah.
Oh, there's Leslie.
Hey, there's
someone
Leslie.
sitting there at the computer.
She's got to unmute herself. Up there you go.
There we go.
There I go.
Hey,
Can you hear
Leslie.
me?
Yeah, sure can.
I'm so glad to join. I'm talking about recognition today. Hi, everyone. I hope everyone can hear me.
Leslie, even though it says May.
Right. It's
Even
Leslie
though it
Monet.
says May. May's out, but I just sat right here in her seat. So we have a little small office and we're just like family, and that's what we treat our caregivers like, family. Recognition is simply recognizing our rock star caregivers. We have rock star caregivers here, and we're so proud to be able to recognize them. We have the Caregiver of the Month, which receives a $100 Visa gift card. Every month, we have a selection of rock star caregivers, and they are doing a great job. Sometimes we get kudos from our clients clients. And then we also recognize the value and what they're doing on their shifts and how they're on time and how they are going through this COVID crisis in such a spectacular way, never giving up care of the client. So we recognize that. The monthly Caregiver of the Month raffle is a $50 gift card. We do random thank yous and gift cards for going the extra mile. And sometimes that actually means an extra mile. You might have to drive a little further away, but it is just recognizing the effort that has been put into giving great care to our clients, even when there's a sacrifice being made. We do emails and phone calls. We love talking to the caregivers. I love talking to the caregivers and little small things that matter to them, like soccer practice for their son, or what they cooked on the night before. So just getting that personal touch with our caregivers is a blessing. And then we do our caregiver surveys. These surveys are done by a third party home care research company, and they actually call the caregivers, and the caregivers give feedback, which we take we take it very seriously. The owners of the company who you see here, Tim and Gina Murray, they read those, and if there's a problem or issue, they're right on it. And the survey could be anonymous, or you could put your name. So it's a true process of how the caregivers feel about the company, how they're being treated, the benefits, or whatever they have on their mind. I'm the newest member to the company, and I tell you, I love it here. I love being able to provide and serve the caregivers as well as the clients. It's a great blessing, and so I hope that you guys will fill out that application and come aboard. That was my little spill. I'm going to give it to the next person.
That was wonderful, Leslie, and Leslie's been an amazing addition to this team. It's just inspiring to watch the team work with everybody out there, especially during COVID-19. As you can imagine, stress levels for all of us were up there. And this team was amazing in terms of reaching out to the caregivers, keeping them informed, training them. And the team has done an amazing job.
Well, we gave them the option because we could work on computers to work at home, and they all said we're better together. So we've been in the office every single day. Their desks are all 6 feet apart, but they didn't want to work at home. They wanted to work together. So, yeah. So, what's the title?
It was kind of, I think May is on the phone, so
Oh, yeah.
I drafted Sarah.
Yeah, we're looking for more caregivers because it's been very, very busy, which is great. So I mentioned briefly that we do have online training with Relias. There'll be courses that we send out for you to do. But if you're interested in anything, you can go online and pull anything up that you're interested in. You can take any course at any time. You will have access to your schedule online. We use ClearCare. So for those of you who worked in home care, if you've worked with ClearCare, you have access to your pay stubs anytime through the ADP portal. One thing that we do, especially for your first visit, and we try to do it when you're going to a new client, is either a nurse or a staff coordinator goes with you. And especially your first visit, walking up, remember our protocols and introducing. They may have met the nurse, but now I can say, this is your caregiver. Let's go through the care plan, make sure everybody's comfortable, and then turn the visit over to you. So there's always an office staff member and an RN available to you when you're with a client. So you have questions, something's going on, we please, our motto all through orientation is call the office. Please call us. We want you to give us a call. So
You can see we kind of comprehensively recognize it's all about our caregivers. Yeah. And we've those surveys that Leslie talked about, training had popped up a lot, and we knew it. And we've made, and in progression of the company, we keep chipping at it, like Micah said, little by little, improve. So now the training is going to be awesome. And like Gina said, there's all kinds of topics for you to personally grow that you have access to. So at this point, one of your common questions when you come here is, I have my schedule, my goals, here's what I'd like to do. And then there's an art of matching your profile, your wishes with the client. And it is a marriage like this. So I'd like Sarah, who was really truly our first staff coordinator and scheduler in 2015, to talk about how we do it with the support of May and the entire team. So I think we got, is it Sarah go in, or you've got the ball? May, you got to unmute yourself.
Oh, yeah, she's
There
coming.
you
You're
go.
good. There you go. Yep.
Hey, everyone.
This is May Moses.
That's right.
Can you hear me? I'm back.
Sarah, are you back?
How's it going?
There she is.
I'm Sarah. I'm one of the coordinators here. I have been here since December 2015, working as a caregiver, and then feeling very blessed to move into the role of scheduling and coordinating that as well. So I've been doing that since then. Gosh, working with Tim and Gina, it's just been great. And they have afforded me the opportunity to go to nursing school. So woohoo, I'll hopefully finish that this December. So very excited to have you here.
How do you match the caregiver with the client?
So a lot goes into that. We spend a lot of time focused on our caregivers, getting to know you, getting to know your preferences, your skills, what you prefer to work with, the types of clients that you enjoy working with. And as we're gathering all of that information, we do the same thing for the clients. After Gina does her assessment, we get that information and really try to make the best match, the best fit for you, the best fit for the client. So we kind of factor in your location and a bunch of other things to see what you're most comfortable working with. So there's a lot that goes into it. And then we do regular follow-ups just to ensure that, you're comfortable working where you're working and the client's comfortable and that it really is a good fit. So that's a little bit into that.
It truly is an art. And I think, this is like the central nervous system, that if it's not working properly, it affects the entire agency. But you should see the magic that goes on when you call in, or we have an important client. It's a team huddle, whether it's online or in person, and they're all working together, pros and cons, strengths and weaknesses. It's a hard job, but there's been a methodology that's been developed over time. And like Micah said, the caregivers, fortunately like working for us. And we listen really hard. And you'll find, just as long as you're just communicate well, and you're honest about what your needs are in the situation. And we, sometimes you don't want to say something bad about the client or something. Honesty is always the best policy. If you're not feeling well, we know that's okay. Especially with COVID these days, honestly, that it's a heightened thing, but it's better to tell us you're not feeling good so we can handle appropriately instead of a last minute thing. So we really promote good communication, and this team is the best.
And I think another thing to know is, from the feedback we've gotten from caregivers, we have met with clients and we have actually discharged clients because they were incredibly disrespectful to our caregivers.
Yeah.
We've discharged a couple of 24/7 cases because despite our best efforts, we could not keep sending caregivers there. It was terrible. So we talk. So that's when caregivers give us feedback. We really listen. It really matters because it's actually harder to find great caregivers than it is to find clients. There's plenty of clients. Great caregivers are very hard to find. So
Very, very true. So I want to, at this point, we're getting close to wrapping it up into the Q&A. I think this is the last point, but wanted to turn it to May to talk about our current needs, just to kind of outline very briefly what we're looking for.
Hey team, I'm May Moses and I have been working here since 2017. I started out as a caregiver, working just 2 days at night. Then I became the weekend staff coordinator, just working on the weekends, answering phone calls. And after that, I got promoted to being the care coordinator. I am now in charge of the scheduling team. So just to let you know, if you want to get promoted and set your mind to it, you can move up in this company if you want, if you set your mind to it, if that's something that you want to do. So that's how I started off. Currently, we are looking for CNAs and PCAs. We are in need of 12 hours, 8-hour shifts, day and night time. If you are available, we do some one-on-one care. We do staff for assisted living facilities as well, and that comes with a different pay rate. So if that's something that you're interested in, we can talk more about that as well. We do service the Raleigh, Cary areas. Most of our clients are in the Raleigh and Cary area. We do have some clients in the Apex, Fuquay area, so be willing to kind of drive to those areas. And we do have some short shifts as well. So we do have some 4-hour shifts if that's something that you're interested in as well. So we can do from 8, 10 hours, 12 hours, mostly days and nights. And if
Well,
you
thank you,
want
May.
to apply, you can just go to our website and fill out an application, or you can give us a call here at the office, and I'm willing to speak with you and set up an interview and help you fill out an application.
Good. Okay. Yeah, if you visit our website, we have a dedicated page to our caregivers under employment. And part of that is applying, but you can read all kinds of inspiring stories like Sarah's and Leslie's and Marilyn's, tremendous stories that have built the foundation of what we are today. So I encourage you to do that. So that we've come to, we wanted to hopefully meet us, get a feel for what we're about, what our culture is about. And our culture is centered on our caregivers. And they are our life's blood and do blessed work in the community. So at this point, if you have a question, Micah, do you know how to unmute everybody?
Yeah, I can just, there's not a
But if you have-
unmute all, but I can just
If you have
unmute
a,
them.
okay, or unmute yourself. I mean, if you have a question, you can submit it in chat, or feel free to raise it right now. You've got everybody on call, and I'm sure we can answer it. One of us can answer it.
Thank you all for bearing with us.
No.
Looks like
Any
there's,
questions, guys?
I really don't have no questions. I like how y'all stick by y'all caregivers and actually, just care about your employees, and the fact that the caregivers do go out and try to, take good care of the elderly. And, because some places, they say they care, but a lot of times
They don't really care.
So I like how you stand by your employees and actually take in account, of the work that the caregivers do.
Yeah, well, thanks. I mean, that's what it's all about. The caregivers are on the front line. You're our eyes and ears to the family. You'll find Sarah and May, staff coordination team, and nursing it when appropriate are
Mhm.
reaching out to get your opinion about things and things we can do better. So, you know, thank you for saying that, but
Oh, no problem.
I appreciate it.
Hey everyone, my name is Samantha. I'm looking forward to meeting everyone soon. I will definitely do my application or give a call to one of you guys. I'm looking forward to meeting you all.
Looking forward to meeting you.
Samantha. And going back
Yes,
to
ma'am.
Kelly,
Yes.
okay. Going back to what you were saying, I know that we have caregivers that work at night. So we don't ever want you to feel that you are out there alone with a
Mhm.
client, even if you're working at night. If you need or have any questions or concerns, even if it's 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, you are always welcome to give office a call.
All right.
You will speak to someone,
Okay.
okay? And we
Yes,
want
ma'am.
our caregivers to feel comfortable doing that.
So I have another question. So what do we have to do? We have to go online and apply and just fill out the application and then go from there?
Yes, go to our website, awareseniorcare.com.
Yep, I'm already on it. Okay.
Okay, and fill out an application. Once you do that, you can give me a call here at the office and let me know, and then I would set up an interview. You can set up an interview at the office.
Right under employment, you'll see apply now, and that will
Okay.
take you to clear. That'll take to Clear Care, and there's a very streamlined application that just kind of starts the process. You'll find we're very personal, so the next step is a phone call, then an interview. Everything goes well, then orientation. So it's a quick process. Sometimes it's quicker than, you know, we've got a family that needs a need, and we've done today, we did a one-on-one orientation that goes to show you how important caregiver is, and we're willing to do what we need to do to help a family. And we've done one-on-one orientation. So any other questions?
I don't have any.
Don't have any.
Okay. Well, hopefully we've done a good job kind of outlining. This is just the start. Want to thank you. You will receive, we've recorded this, so there will be recording. And you also should have received from me earlier this morning the data sheet on the benefits that Michael walked through for Guardian and Yamana with Reliance. So thank you, team, for the wonderful job. Sarah, May, Leslie, Micah, Gina exited right. But thanks again. And really, guys, God bless you for being caregivers. And we look forward to meeting you sometime soon. Thank you.
Thank you guys for being here.
Thanks for joining.
Bye.
See you later.